Hi guys, Tim here. Pardon my out of breath. Just got done finished killing a chest and shoulder workout here. Uh, just getting back to it after some surgery. Anyways, what I want to talk about today was whether you should lift heavy weights and low reps or light weights and high reps, or basically lift heavy or lift light. What's the difference? Is it true that heavy weights get you bigger and light weights get you more endurance or more toned? So here's the truth. And before I start this, I'm going to show you guys something, or tell you first. I was a certified personal trainer through the American Council on Exercise, also known as ACE. They're a nationally accredited certification company, same thing as ACSM, NASM, the Cooper Institute, which I actually did recently integrate with ACE. So now they're the same. But any of your top certifications, was it AFA, AF something, ISSA, the sports one. Anyways, I'm going to show my credentials. That's me. Since 2017 that I've been certified. So anyways, part of the certification was learning about muscle fibers, lifting heavy, lifting light, what kind of fibers it engages, what kind of fibers it doesn't. Let's see, lifting heavy. Almost everybody says if you want to gain mass, which like I said, I'm just coming back. I'm not all that. But I have the knowledge still, coming back from surgery and such. Anyways, lifting heavy for gaining bulk size, gaining bulk muscle size, gaining a lot of muscle at one time. Will that work for me? Absolutely, yes. If I lift heavy, I will grow a lot faster than lifting light with high reps. Will that work for everybody? No. Surprising, huh? Now, some of you guys are probably going, or girls are going, yeah, bullcrap. I've seen it too many times. Well, I'll tell you what, most of the time, that's correct. Most of the time. You see, that's the drawback. What it is, it's genetics. Some people have, and that's partially why some people grow faster. Some people are just beasts and grow faster. Others are not. The reason is some people are born with a higher count of power fibers. It's been such a long time since I studied. There's a type 1, type 2. I believe type 2 is your power fibers and type 1 is your endurance. If not, it's just flip-flopped, whatever. Technicalities. We know what we're talking about here. The power fibers are the ones that are obviously you're going to use when you lift heavy weights. I think about it's in the name, power. Power lifters lift heavy weights. Okay, it's in the power. Most people do have more power fibers in their body than they do endurance fibers. So yes, naturally, if in your arm you are lifting heavy weights with your arm, you're going to be tearing down the fibers that there's more of a count of. So naturally, when those fibers double up, you're going to tear the microfibers and they double up. You don't tear the whole thing. Anyways, I think you guys understand that. When you tear down that muscle and it grows to compensate, says, hey, we've had a heavy load and took a little bit of minor damage. We might want to double up here because probably that heavy load might be coming again. So that's how your muscles grow. And obviously, if you tear down the types of fibers that have the higher fiber count, then when they regrow, it's going to grow bigger because you're tearing down a bigger group of fibers. That is why lifting heavy does make people grow faster. Most people. Now, some people are born with a higher count of the endurance fibers than they are the muscle fibers. And but those people are kind of rare. I'm not going to say rare, but far fewer. Most people do have the power fibers. But That also explains why some people are natural endurance athletes. There you go. That's why. And some people are natural power lifters. There's other genetics and anatomy and such that come into play on that. But pretty much that's it. If you lift heavy, most people you can lift heavy. But if you're lifting heavy, well, I don't know. Some people, they don't do the intensity anyways. They think they're lifting heavy, not. You should be doing, okay, and now this is going to make a lot of sense to you guys too. Power lifters are going to lift, somewhere between like 1 to 5 reps somewhere to build, because they are concentrating primarily on their power fibers. Why would they do much with their endurance fibers if they're training to be power lifters? Why not train your power fibers almost exclusively? Absolutely. Of course, you want to train a little bit of your endurance and such. You'll probably get more of that in cardio with your oxygen uptake, but which is a whole nother subject. And then athletes that train for endurance, you're never going to see, almost never going to see a marathon runner that can freaking bench press 400 pounds. You'll almost never see that. I'm not saying that's impossible either, but you'll never see endurance athletes, not mostly, that are just big and bulky. A lot of that, they've just trained their endurance fibers, even though they have more power fibers. But the natural endurance athletes, that's why. And now if they train their endurance fibers more than their power fibers, they are going to grow faster than the normal person would. That's true. And those would be some of those that can do endurance competition, endurance exercises, and hold more mass. Absolutely. Because they have more of those fibers and they're just going to build up. That's just how it goes. So there it is. That's why you'll hear a lot of people say, lift heavy weights if you want to grow. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Oh, I'm sorry. And back to where I was saying about your number of reps. Okay, 1 to 5 for power lifters. Okay, you'll hear a lot of bodybuilders, guys that want to achieve hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. They're going to do 8 to 12 reps. And I'll tell you why that is. Because they want to fire both fibers. Yeah, now you're cooking with gas. You want to fire the power fibers more. Yeah, that's true. But don't you want to fire your endurance fibers some too? If you want the entire muscle to grow, not just your power fibers. Now, endurance lifters or athletes are going to be 12 rep range on up to 25 to however ridiculous they want to get with it. Because then it's time. Your time is like your intensity rather than your weight. So, yeah. All right. So then there it is. Sorry, I almost forgot to complete my coverage of reps. And now you understand why power lifters lift heavy weight, low reps. Bodybuilders lift medium because they really want to fire both fibers. But you do want to a little bit on the heavier side because most likely you do have more power fibers. But fire those endurance fibers too. Heck yes. Build the whole muscle, but just have a heavier concentration on power. Unless you're a natural endurance athlete, which I'm pretty sure you will know. You will have been very good at endurance stuff and probably had difficulty growing bigger muscles than some other people in the gym, even though they're telling you lift heavy, big weights, and it's working, but not working like it does for other people. That's why. Of course, sleep and your diet and such can make a difference too. But there's that. Some scientific, like I said, this isn't bro science. I've learned it from the American Council on Exercise, scholarly sites, whatever. I know what I'm looking at, what I'm talking about from a scientific, peer-reviewed American Council on Exercise. They draw from the American College of Sports Medicine, ACSM, who's been around since 1954. The U.S. Navy draws from them. I mean, that's the truth, the real truth. No bro science. There it is. All right, you guys keep going. Achieve your goals, whatever it may be. Power, bodybuilding, endurance, anywhere in between. all three if you will, whatever you want to do. Your goal, go get it.